What's up, you guys? It's Julian. Today I'm going to be showing you how to make Hardgroove Techno, X Club, and BAUGRUPPE90 style. Both of these guys drop tracks in a lot of different styles, but we're going to be talking about their Hardgroove style of tracks. Specifically today, to go along this video, you can grab this full template at the top of the description. Make sure to grab that so you can follow along, and let's get started. We're at 145 BPM. First thing we got up here is our kick and our side chain, which is just a little short click like that. For the kick, this one is really just, I pitched it to be in tune with the bass. Right, and I also shortened it a little bit because there's a little bit of this weird low end in this one, right? And then we're just cutting out a bit of sub. I think this is just like really more about sample selection, right? It's just kind of like a cleaner kick. Like you have this kind of like dark, aggressive bass line, but a really clean, punchy, almost like trancey sort of kick. Then for the bass line, so what we're doing here is we have a 909 tom, which is playing this pattern, right? So it's basically just jumping around a bunch of different notes. The actual notes don't matter so much. And then what I'm doing is I've got a distortion on there with this amp. Low pass it because you can hear that distortion really brings out the low end, right? So I'm going to take just the low end, and it also converts it to mono too, which is convenient. We got this auto pan fake side chain, so it bounces off the kick, and then a little bit of a subcut too. I noticed both of these guys with their Hardgroove tracks, they don't have that much like really low deep sub in there. Like it is, but it isn't, you know? It's like cutting it to just kind of keep it cleaner, and you can master it louder if you get that down. So then we got our main drums. You'll notice this is like a much shorter hi-hat, but it's really punchy, and it sits on top of the whole mix really well without being like too much, right? And then the clap, just like a really fat one, but you gotta get these four elements, your kick, bass, hi-hat, and clap down before you can bring in any other elements. Then we got some kind of like live house loops. Right, so like with this one, I've taken it, and you can see I literally just took an eighth note here, so it's just doing this little pattern. I've got this one. Like I said, essentially sped up house drums. You can see this one's got its own auto pan and high pass on it. Plus on the group here, I've got these all high passed and auto pan together. These are really just meant to be in the high end, right? It's kind of like we got our high end percussion, and then our mid-range under it. So this is a bunch of live loops as well. You know, just live percussion that you can't really get programming. And then I've got those all in a group going through one high pass and side chain together. So there we go. And I did this because I wanted the high-end percussion to be treated a little different. Like I think this can come through more, for example, with less side chain, and then this high-end stuff really needs to be really tight. So it's like little stuff like that to just really make the whole thing work. Then we got our stabs. So yeah, these are the kind of like dubby sort of Hardgroove stabs that both of these guys use a lot. It kind of starts with these two working together. Starting up here, we got this stab. So completely dry, it sounds like this. Right, I took this House Nation stab. This is the MIDI, right? It's all just one note, really simple, but you can see I played with the velocities a bit. And then I put a low pass filter on here inside the simpler with an envelope that's really short and like a lot of resonance. Right, so you can hear it gives it that kind of juicy chord stab sort of sound. And you can even go deeper with this and turn up that velocity to the filter and play with those notes where it's like a little bit quieter velocity. Then I got a little bit of delay and side chaining. And then the last part is the send down here, which as you can see, all the stabs are going through. It's actually pretty simple. It's basically just this longer reverb. Right, really simple. And then I just have it all sidechained to the kick. It just helps fill in that background a little bit. So then we got the other stab. So this one kind of plays off that first one. Right, they're creating a lot of energy together. I think that's the goal here. This one, again, it's really just a bit of delay, a bit of sidechain, and then it's going through that send. These two are really more about just getting them tuned to the right notes together, and how they actually fit together, and then how they fit with the whole groove that's already happening. And then these are kind of like our more background stabs. Right, so I just have this one. You can hear it hits with this stab right here. Right, and then you can see that little go down there fits with that one. It's really not that complicated to make these stabs. It's really just more about how they all fit together and then how they fit in with the groove that you've already established with your drums. I think if you start with the drums, starting from the kick and bass and then working your way up, and then you go and make these to fit around that, it's going to come together a lot faster. So that's going to be it for this one, guys. I hope you enjoyed. Make sure to like this video as well as subscribe. And let me know what you think of this video in the comments. Like I said in the beginning, you can get this full project file at the top of the description on my website. It really helps support me so I can keep bringing you guys new videos as well. Thanks for the support, everybody, and I'll see you tomorrow with another one.